Welcome to Knockhill Racing Circuit start-finish line. Duncan Vincent and Joe Tanner here, about to give you a little in-depth look at a JCW Mini race car versus a road car version of it. Now the touring cars are here this weekend and they have got a fabulous support class of Formula 4, Porsches, Legends and the Minis that Joe's actually going to be racing in here. Now Joe, you're a seasoned pro when it comes to Mini racing. How many years have we seen you now racing in the JCW Championship?
Only 3. It's only been 3 years. I'm pretty sure this is going to be my last year, but this is always my favourite event, obviously. Coming home to Knockhill, where I live just 6 or 7 miles away, and obviously I'm here every day, so it's definitely the highlight of the year for me.
See, I think you're a seasoned pro in Minis because I remember you racing in Scotland in the Coopers, so you've been in Minis for quite some time.
Yeah, I did Coopers before this, so I've been around a long time, nearly as long as you.
Thanks for that, yeah, thanks for that. It makes me feel rather old. But as you come in here, this is by far and away, you won't take this the wrong way, this is by far and away the best year you've had in the JCW class.
Yeah, definitely. I always think there's a learning year involved. The cars are so tricky to drive, they're so quirky, it takes a real technique to try to drive them. The first year I was just terrified of it the whole time. Now I'm starting to feel a little bit more at home with it, especially around a place like this. Like Knockhill is totally different to anything else or anywhere else that we go, especially this year with some little changes to the circuit with some curbs and stuff. So yeah, I feel like I'm getting there now, eventually.
This is your road car, the black car that you see behind me just now, and Joe, you've got your hybrid tune car just directly behind you. There are many differences that we could go very in-depth on these cars and possibly bore you a little bit, but there are a few key points that we need to pick up on. The difference from the road car to the race car, well, ultimately the race car is faster, but it's faster because it's had a good few tuning things done to, like the engine, suspension and safety. But from you, who drives up and down the country, to all the race meetings in your road car, what's the main differences for your point of view?
It's massively different. My road car doesn't feel anywhere near as quick as this car, even though basically it is fundamentally the same thing. There's a lot of tuning and things that have gone on with the race car behind me. I think the gearbox is probably the biggest thing. We've got a proper Quaife box in this with a flat shift. The suspension, obviously, it's absolutely rock solid, almost too stiff, I would say at times. It's like a skateboard, and obviously slick tyres as well make a massive difference. But I'll be intrigued to see just how much quicker it is.
Because we're going to go head to head around Knockhill. Joe's going to go in the race car and I'm going to take his daily driver full of groceries and various other things in the back around, and we're going to see who is the fastest and where the race car really comes alive on the racetrack compared to the road car. Safety is a big thing in racing as well. You've seen the recent years safety has improved in all sorts of shapes and sizes, from circuits to cars as well. That thing is a full roll cage welded in and bolted into it, which makes the car a lot stiffer and safer.
Yeah, definitely. You do feel it. Like the road car feels quite soft, especially at like high speed. Not that I do much high speed cornering in the road car, but if you were, it is a lot softer. And these things built by Mini Challenge UK here, it's just a completely different thing. The seating position is probably the only thing I can really take from my road testing to driving on the road, on the circuit.
Front Row Joe is his nickname. I gave you that quite some time ago now, actually from Formula 4 days, I think. Front Row Joe has been on the front row up here in a JCW race, but we'll gloss over that and maybe pick up on that later on. Thoughts for this weekend though, because it is a big weekend for you. You know, I've said this is your your best championship run you've had to date. Can we see Joe Tanner deliver the goods up here? Will we see Front Row Joe deliver pole position, race victory for the fans?
Don't know. Been on pole position here before and I don't really like it because with pole position you can only go one way, which is backwards. I'd like to be at the front fighting. I'm somewhere in the championship now, which means that it's not all about a result regardless of, you know, of having an accident, but I'd like to get to the end and I'd like to be near the front, but whether or not I can win on Saturday or Sunday, I don't know. It depends how the rest of the guys are doing.
Joe, the public want to know, will we get a home victor in the JCW Minis?
I'll try.
Good stuff.
That's all I'm giving you.
Right, you ready to drive?
Ready to go.
Okay, so Joe's going to be in his race car, I'm going to be in the road car. We're going to do a lap on Knockhill. We're going to see who comes back to this area first, so don't go anywhere. Four, five, see it. That was a terrible start. catching, he's catching. Here he comes. There you go, guys. You've seen that the road car is nowhere near as quick as the race car. Joe, I did give it a good shot out there. I was trying, but you were always going to catch me.
I was surprised at how quickly I think the race car caught the road car, and I was pretty glad that I didn't take us both out, my road car and the race car.
I think the race car, the team are very happy that you didn't manage to do that as well. So there you go. Guys, come along this weekend and support Joe Tanner in the JCW Mini Challenge. Head to Knockhill website, look for the British Touring Car event page, book your tickets in advance and arrive here, get into your favourite spectating place, and we'll look to see some Joe Tanner flags trackside. You never know. Joe, best of luck and thank you very much.
Thank you.